Hello everybody, welcome to G for G here on YouTube. Today we're taking a look at two Marvel games that have got some events going on currently here at the tail end of January. So first up is a game that I talk about fairly often but don't really cover on the channel too much, and that is Marvel Contest of Champions. The reason why I don't cover this game that much is because it's really tough to play on an emulator, being an action-oriented game, and I've never gone ahead and set up my emulators to do keyboard inputs masquerading as touch inputs. But with the recent news that this Kabam studio was bought out by Netmarble, I figured we can give them a little bit of love, and they actually have 3 events going on currently. So there is the January event, the 7-day event, and we now have the Lunar New Year. So this is Year of the Cock, or Year of the Rooster in Chinese lore. I particularly am Year of the Tiger. I've dated a Year of the Snake, and that I always thought that was kind of funny. But here we go. So let's take a look. So here on day 1, we got a crystal fragments, and then it looks like we're going to get some gold. We're going to get these New Year pouches. We are going to get 3-star hero crystal shards. Then we're going to get some shards. We're going to get a revive, pockets, cash, shards, gold. Pretty decent amount of gold on day 10 over there. Shards again. This time coming in for 4-star hero, pockets, and then eventually we're going to come up to a 5-star hero, and then finally we are going to come up to a signature stone if you own a 5-star hero. I'm 1 day away from Phoenix. Are they calling her Phoenix or Jean Grey? So a 3 or 4-star Phoenix. And quite happy about that. I do not always play this game every single day. Honestly, there are most days that go by I don't play the game. But I do log in daily to get my crystal rewards and everything. And lately, the game has worked out better for me. Now, the major reason why I don't cover this particular game that much is I feel the market in this game is brutal. I feel that Kabam has oriented this game to be a major fucking cash grab and unashamedly just steals your money, basically. Everything in this game I think is ridiculously expensive, and I think you get duplicates so often in this game that Kabam could just pretty much go to straight fucking hell for how they do this game. Anytime I've always ranked the generosity of the companies behind several Marvel games, I've always ranked MCC as the absolute lowest, and I've generally ranked Marvel Future Fight or Netmarble as one of the highest, and then Marvel Heroes and Marvel Avengers Alliance 1 and 2 were always around the middle of the pack. I've always felt Gazillion has been pretty cool with Marvel Heroes, especially after they got past the first year when everybody said they were way too expensive and everything like that. Right now, clearly in last place for me is Kabam and Marvel Contest of Champions. I cannot tell you how many duplicates I get in this game, but I just wanted to show you guys where my roster stands currently. I'm going to highlight who is my favorite character, well, like right off the bat, and that's Guillotine. I got her in one of those rare moments in the game of a new hero a while ago. Guillotine's been with me for quite a bit, and she came in high power. Like, she didn't come in at like 1 dinky star or anything. She came in as a very capable hero, and I love piloting her. I love her moves. I think she's got a little extra range because of the sword. She is one of my favorite go-to heroes in this game. Recently, to kind of end my complaining streak, I got this superior Iron Man. I don't remember what it was that I did that I pulled him. I haven't actually used him yet, but he is my best character statistically. Magneto was somewhat new. I pulled him recently, but I mean, just about every day I pull duplicate Wolverines and duplicate Colossuses and duplicate Visions quite often, Scarlet Witch all the time, duplicate Hulks. And when you have somebody at 2 or 3 stars and you get like a 1-star duplicate, they're like, hooray, Harambe, new fucking hero. And you're like, no, it's not. I have a 52 bajillion star Scarlet Witch and you throw me a 1-star and you're like, hey, new hero? Like, fuck your celebration, people. It's not new. But, my Ronin's okay. My roster is okay. I like Magic. I do like Ronin. I don't get to use X-Force Deadpool that often. I think he might be a lot of fun. This Thor looks like I should throw some love his way. He's probably going to be good. I actually have a really decent amount of crystals built up, especially for mutants. Part of what always used to really deflate me in this game was gold. I felt gold was a big thing keeping me from moving forward, as I could never level up and rank up the heroes because gold was an issue and it was always so expensive. Lately, though, with the addition of these gold crystals that you get, you know, in the monthly and in the login bonuses and whatnot, I have found the game has finally started to get a little bit more generous when it comes to gold, and I finally now can build up my heroes the way that I like. Gamora, I use a lot. Colossus, I use a lot because he's so high-powered for me. Black Widow recently got boosted. I used to like Juggernaut a lot. I used to like Rhino a lot. Who else got used fairly often? Scarlet Witch sometimes. In the beginning, Hawkeye, but he's kind of faded out on me a little bit. But Guillotine is definitely one of my all-time favorites. This Cyclops, I've had a lot of time with this Cyclops. Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier was originally one of my most powerful characters until he was eclipsed somewhat recently. And I really need to spend some time doing the dailies that give you those items that allow you to upgrade their characters when they're capped off. And they're always type based. So like here, today is a skill day. I really should do this to try to get the skill ups over here because I have people who are capped and are just simply waiting for me to get them in my inventory. But one of the other things that always pissed me off about the game is they're now making it deeper and deeper for you to get somebody because now you have these shards. So instead of just giving you a crystal that you can maybe pull a new hero, now you build up these shards and have to wait until you get enough shards to cash out and get a new hero. And there are times when you open a crystal and you get shards. So you open a crystal which gives you shards which has to build up to give you a crystal. I've never liked... I've just never liked the ecosystem in this game when it comes to that stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and open a few things here today. I did decide, and I also think their prices, their raw cash conversion is ridiculous. Like $5 gives you a drop in the bucket, and everything else is so expensive. But I did decide to, in honor of finding out I got a new job yesterday, and the best paying job that I'll have in my life, decided, okay, I'll spend $5 today and get the Mutant Crystal package. So let's see if this is a filthy duplicate. I already see lots of Colossi in there. It's going to be a duplicate because I own all of these guys, but maybe it'll be an upgrade. Nope. See, look at this. Filthy fucking duplicate. And it's going to dare to say this is a new hero. This is a prime example of why I hate Marvel Contest of Champions. So there's my 3-star Colossus. Or Cyclops. I'm so sorry. There's my 3-star Cyclops. And here's a 2-star. So, what is this good for? Oh, I get to sell them. And yay, I get a little bit of ISOs and everything. Oh, whoop-de-fucking-do. Be still my beating heart. This is pretty much why I hate this game. The action in it is fun and everything like that, but getting roster progression and whatnot I think is shit. These are the golden crystals that I've talked about. They have helped boost me up a little bit. I mean, that's 7k over there. That's really, really good. Out of 2 crystals. I have some catalyst ones, but they're mostly tier 4s. I gotta get 3s and 2s. So I have a lot of stuff. I don't know where I encountered some of this stuff, but I just got a semi-bucket of stuff recently that I've built up and really haven't opened up yet, because it's not that appropriate for where I am. It's not like it's new stuff like this daily. Like, I bet you I'll get like a Scarlet Witch, a 1-star Scarlet Witch. Oh, look, a 1-star Gamora of the Gamora that has always been one of my more higher-powered characters. And they're like, hey, LMAO, you got a new hero, haha. Hey, no, I didn't. I got a filthy fucking duplicate. So in Overwatch, when I get the boxes now, I call them little boxes of disappointment, because every time I either get sprays or like just straight up duplicates. I love it when I get stuff in Overwatch, like incredible stuff for heroes I don't play. Like I've picked up my McCree game lately because he counters a lot of stuff, but I get tons of good like legendary skins for McCree and I never play them. Alright, so that about wraps it up for Marvel Contest of Champions. Good to see that we got a perfect example of why I truly dislike this game sometimes. But maybe Netmarble will make it a little bit better and everything. So again, here's the calendar. Here's the 2-week calendar. Tomorrow we get Phoenix. And I'm really happy she's not in the last spot. The month that Loki was available, I missed one fucking day because I think it was like Christmas or something. And I couldn't get Loki because he was at the end. And I was like, oh great. I finally get a chance to get somebody new on my roster. Despite my, 52 chances a week to get somebody new. And it gets blown because road travel. Their 7-day events are at least decent. So that's Marvel Contest of Champions. Let's go over and take a look at what we've got going on in Future Fight. We have an event, and it is a classic style event right now in Future Fight. It is not like that Asgardian one that had you doing everything but the kitchen sink on a given day to get the tokens for it and whatnot. This is what I call their more standard style of just doing the 3 missions to get the tokens. And this came out a little after I had produced the last video talking about my world boss teams and whatnot. So, alright, here is the event that we have right now. It is the 2017 event is what they're calling it. And the Tier 2 Mega Advancement ticket will not be available if you just get the tokens day after day after day. You would have to spend for this. I love how they say only one purchase allowed. Like, dude, we're not purchasing enough stuff to get 730 of these tokens twice. So, little overkill there. If you do all of your tokens every single day, you will be able to skate by and get a Tier 2 advancement. If you start coming in under that, you have a 6-star rank up ticket. Take anybody from 1 to 6 stars, allowing them to be level 60. You have comic cards. You have clear tickets, custom gear, Uru, and recharges. However, Do note that if you spend so much as one red token, one red penny on any of this stuff, you will knock yourself out of the Tier 2 advancement ticket. And as it is, you will probably have to log in on the very last day with enough time to get your last amount of tokens and cash out before this goes away. Always be careful with the end timing of these events. You might think you have like another day and then you don't wind up doing it. So when you're under a day and you start seeing the hours, be very, very careful and don't miss out. I've had an event, I think it was the Sharog one, the Sharon Rogers one, where I didn't fully get to cash out. I think I wanted to spend more on Sin, and I just, like, I missed the timing on it and didn't. But the Asgardian one, I was spot on. So don't really eye the mega ticket too much unless you spend enough to get another 100 tokens. But you can't get the Tier 2 advancement. And if you mess up Tier 2 advancement, no biggie. You get them once a month. So here are the event missions. They're level 10, 37, and 55. I feel like it was not that long ago that I can remember what it was like to not be able to do the third one on a given day. Look at it and go, wow, I just really wish my characters were high enough level to do it. And it's a good feeling to know now that I can do them all. I'm going to go ahead and bring Ironheart as the lead for this one, since they're only level 10s. We'll lower that volume a bit. So my Ironheart is a 6/6, but she's only 45. I probably will eventually tier 2 her. I think she might be worth it, although I will have to say it's probably the case that Kate is more T2 worthy than I originally thought when these new 3 heroes came out. So Kate's just got a lot of stuns, and for me, I think my speed roster probably needs a little bit more help than a lot of my combat or my blast. Do note that you will not get experience for these. So if you're trying to bring in a leveling team, which as you can see, Iron Man is doing a carry for Ironheart and Iron Patriot. So this is a great three-way synergy team, but they will not get any experience for this. And as you can see from the way the event mission is, it is very similar to the Villain Siege where you fight Yellow Jacket and the toy trains come in. So if you're pretty good at dodging stuff on that stage, then I think this mission wouldn't be too hard. It almost kind of reminds me of Frogger to a certain degree. It's funny, my Ironheart is 10 levels below my Iron Patriot, and the hit points just aren't really even that different. Anybody with invincibility or iframes is probably good for these if you do struggle. Well, no, I take that back. Ironheart did get some, but Iron Patriot is capped out. That's what it is. He's 55 out of 55. So he's not gaining experience currently. What I could do, I have to see if I can pair anybody else up over here, because I've got to get Iron Patriot out, at least for this team. I've got to get somebody in. Captain America, I just recently, yeah. Alright, so we still got some decent bonuses there. And now we finally get to do the hard one. Iron Man should be able to carry this against Amadeus Cho. So I've been having fun coming up with other boss kill teams and everything like that, and trying to diversify the amount of people that can actually go in there and kill world bosses rather than just, use a crutch all the time, every time of Enchantress and Doctor Strange and whatnot. And I did pretty well on my AB and XAB today. I think I got 78k in my XAB today, which was Ronan, Loki, and Clea. I think it was Supervillain Universal was today. For my blast, I believe was today was blast or female. No, today was female. So I used a team up called the Blonde Women, which is Enchantress, Marvel, and Agent 13. And that I really enjoy that one because, I mean, Enchantress, she's going to clobber that anyway, but she super clobbers it if I put Agent 13 in the lead with the reduced cooldown. So there you go. That's what you have to do in order to get your 2017 tokens and whatnot. And today is the second day, so as you can see, 90. You get 45 a day, and the way the math works out is that if you get all tokens every day and you don't spend, you can cash out for Tier 2 at the end. You will not get the Mega, and you will lose the Tier 2 advancement, even if you so much as spend on a 25 energy recharge. Unless you boost yourself up from the store, which you will see here that certain packages do it. So this one at 780 crystals gives you a measly 3. I mean, in all honesty, really good for 6-star custom gears, 2 of them, and a nice amount of clear tickets, and a 500,000 gold. That's worth it. 3 tokens, I don't think is worth it. But 780, that's a good price for that. I think I might pull the trigger on that. We have another lunar pack for $40 at 14 tokens. A lot of crystals, 300 biometrics, and not just 300 bios, 3 100s, which is way better in my opinion because it allows you to sort out what you want a little bit more. I mean, you can dump all 300 in somebody, but then you could also break it down. And you're getting uniform experience chips, which I think is really good. So, expensive, a lot of good stuff. Didn't get any Medusa packs, which is why she's visible. But the others aren't, because I did get their packs. And so that is about it. You can get 14 times 3 over here if you really, really wanted to spend. And 9. So you can get 9 and 14 times 3. Again, not equaling 100, so I don't know what else you'd be able to get tokens out of, but yeah. That's what we've got currently. And that is the event. Epic quests are still going on if you want to polish people off. I am doing epics for Mordo. I don't like to do Dark Dimension, even though I may want to bump up Satana and Damon a little bit. I hate the fact that this chews up Dimension Debris, which is such a valuable resource. If it chewed something else up, fine. But, I mean, to do a full daily 10, that's 200 debris. I don't like that too much. But I am, since my Wiccan is set from the specials and everything, and my Ancient one is doing well. My next target is Mordo, and then when Mordo is done, I've got a lot of people telling me Kale is doing mega DPS for them. So I think I will be going for Kale. And of course, World Boss Invasions are still going on, and those change what their requirements are. I've had some good luck over there. So, thanks for checking out this video here on Marvel Future Fight and Contest of Champions with some New Year events going on in both games. There is really a lot going on in Marvel Future Fight now, including special gifts that they give you and HOTS time and everything like that. So just make sure you're playing your Marvel Future Fight and look for those updates ding in your phone or tablet. Peace out, everybody. See you later.